if you had a job where you come to work and people clap for you, it would change your entire mood.
We don't have any plans at the moment to do PC.
Or you can grow a conscience in the next 5 minutes and see where that takes you.
Don't this hit make my people wanna stop? Don't this hit make my people wanna stop? Don't this hit make my people wanna stop?
Watch the series finale of X-Men next Saturday morning. Check your local listing.
What the hell going on?
Oh, we heard tale of a party. Gangnam Style. Open Gangnam Style.
There can be only one magical Negro.
Que llama, que buena baila usted a la vuelta, papi, otra vez llegó los negros de...
It won't take long when there's a song to help you set the pace.
Howling hard from the heart.
This is pathetic.
Where we used to live.
Life could be worse.
This is the worst.
This is the worst.
This is the worst.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Hello, my baby. Hello, my honey. Hello, my ragtime gal.
Ai, menina, mina, chega aí. Ai, menina, mina, chega aí. Vai, quebra, tem mais, vai. Menina, chega aí. Vai, olha, danado. Eita!
And the Disney star just keeps going down and down and down.
I'm bag of pixie dust. Contraband.
They're going to do the Mary Poppins thing. They're going to do it. They're going to do it.
Yeah. Magic mirror on the wall. The fairest one of all.
Oh, bitch, you killed Kenny.
Kenny.
You fat hoe.
Oh, I get it. I'm not persecuted. I'm just an ass.
Well, hello, everyone, and welcome to my channel. I'm Reina Creole, of course, always bringing you that spice when it comes to sci-fi and pop culture analysis. And you know, I always keep it real. And speaking of keeping it real, this is the Spice Lounge podcast where myself and a group of friends, we mix it up and give you the hot takes and spicy conversation when it comes to what's going on in pop culture, from the oh my gosh to WTH, what the heck is going on? So we do all of that on this show. So much to talk about. Of course, we're going to talk about the Running Man basically falling on its ass at the box office. I won't say that I'm surprised, but it points to a much larger problem, which of course Disney loves doing, and that is the live action Moana, which the trailer dropped. So we're going to talk about that. And we're going to talk about a series on Netflix that if you're not watching, you need to absolutely watch it, especially if you're a fan of martial arts, and especially if you're a fan of historical-based martial arts movies. Well, should say TV series. We're going to talk about that. And of course, we are going to be talking about hot topics as well to keep you caught up with what's going on out there in these pop culture streets. So I see you folks starting to gather in between YouTube and between X. So we surely do appreciate that. Oh, and Facebook as well. So please do like, heart, retweet, share, subscribe, all that stuff. That is your price of admission, which is cheaper than anything that you will get at a movie theater or at a theme park. So without further ado, let's get started, shall we? And Professor X says hello backwards. But he knows it's showtime, so he hopped up here in time for the show. So we have got Erica from Hanging with Erica and Prof, and we have Tom F as well. How you guys doing?
Doing good.
Kind of watching some dogs behind me. I'm playing, bouncer for their stage.
I'm tracking Black Friday sales.
Girl, you and me both. It's so different. Back in the day, it used to be like a cross between Mad Max and a cage match on Black Friday. And now you're pretty much just trying to track everything online.
You're just clicking.
You're
clicking.
Yeah.
You got to click.
Yeah.
You're just clicking, which I don't mind because I hated going out for Black Friday for some reason. My father thought that was actually a fun thing to do. And I'm like, fun for who? No. Definitely not for me.
It was funny if you wanted to get antagonized and wanted to fight with people.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Pretty much. But I didn't really understand it. I'm like, wait a minute. You mean to tell me I can click something, buy it online, and I don't have to deal with the great unwashed at the store? Okay, I'll do that. Now you have to keep track of all the darn deals that keep changing, like hour,
Yeah.
hour by
Ours
hour.
here in Germany already started. They do a whole week of Black Friday.
Yeah. I've gotten some of the things from the German stores for music stuff I follow, and I'm like, are you serious already?
Yeah. It started like today or yesterday. The Black Friday deals, they go for a full week.
I know Amazon started today.
Yep. That's where I'm at because it's easy. I can translate it and they ship to my door.
They know what I'm tracking. I'm like, yeah.
Dan, I don't miss the campouts. I don't miss them at all. I used to go, I had a game. I'd get up on the way to work back in Jersey on Black Friday because I have to work. And I'd go in early and I just count how many idiots are standing outside the store all night long in freezing cold weather. Like, no.
That is not fun. I don't care. That's not fun at all. It's kind of like, I know back in the days when I used to do conventions, and God, I have so many darn convention stories. There were people who would sit out there all night to get in.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, screw that. I've got a VIP ticket. I'm not sitting out there. Hell to the no. Walking by with my coffee. How y'all doing? Get my spot. There's no freaking way I'm sitting out there for that. I don't care. Never gonna mess with that nonsense. Well, speaking of nonsense, let's go ahead and get right on to it. Got 50 of you folks in here so far between all the socials. Thank you so very much for being here. Oh, speaking of slop, guess what? I gotta go tomorrow.
Oh, what? Jury duty?
I wish. That probably would be more fun.
Jeez.
No, I have to go see Wicked for Good.
Wow, I forgot
bring
about
blame.
it. Oh my
Fill
gosh.
up a rum bottle and just, that's it.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm way ahead of you. I am way ahead of you. So ahead of you. I'm planning on taking
if
a
you
nap.
offer me $1,000 right now to go sit through both of those movies, I'd give it back and offer you $1,000 to go away.
I can't. It's one of those things where I'm going, but here's the thing, and I always make this distinction because you've had some people in our space who, they saw Wicked, they crapped on it, but it's a good movie, but it was the worst 2 hours of my life. It's like, okay, well, it was not made for you. To quote Brie Larson, and I will say that it was not made for you. You know what the Wicked movies were made for? Theater kids who were going to spend
Yeah.
money over and over and over and over again. They're going to buy the merchandise in triplicate. They're going to go watch the sing-along version, and Universal's just freaking printing money. So say what you want to say, but they've gotten right what Disney didn't get right with Star Wars. So that's kind of that's the situation. Yeah, it kind of sucks that I have to go, but I got to complete the whole experience. I had to go see it in New York. It was a birthday present for Camera Girl. I got to go see the darn movie in the theater because it's a present for her. So I have to go see both. So pray for me. You know, if you see in the paper somebody, well, online, somebody freaked out in the theater saying, "Oh my gosh, I would rather get waterboarded than listen to another song." It's probably
my gosh, what?
It would probably be
Bring noise canceling headphones, put dark glasses on that have screens, and just watch your own thing.
I got your noise canceling earbuds. These things are good. I'm going to sit there, and that's about it. That's about it. Well, let's start with our hot topic. So let's go to the first hot topic that we have, and I'm very excited about this. We talked about it last week, but coming us from discussing film, which actually they just piggybacked off of what Variety put in. Letitia Wright, Simone Ledward Boseman, and Michael B. Jordan gather at the unveiling of Chadwick Boseman's star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Now, I know last week we were talking about, well, you know how I told you, basically, Hollywood vagrants peeing all over stuff, you know. So you kind of want to make sure that your star is someplace where it's in a prominent position where it'll get cleaned on the regular for the most part. So I am very, very happy to say Chadwick's star is right in front of the Dolby Theater. The Dolby Theater, which is on Hollywood and Highland, used to be the Kodak Theater, but that's where they have the Oscars every year. So if you're going to the Oscars, you're going to see Chadwick Boseman's star in a very prominent place. So I am very glad to hear about that. What are you guys' thoughts?
I don't care.
That's okay.
I don't even know who these people are, to be honest. Yeah, I'm like, and is it really that big of a deal in the world of Hollywood?
Well, let's put it this way. Because Chadwick Boseman, aka Black Panther, passed away.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry, I forgot context. Context is important, and I forgot to say that. So you have Chadwick's widow, Letitia Wright, who played Shuri, and gotten into some hot water because she didn't want to take the vax, and people freaking turned on her. And of course, Michael B. Jordan, who was Killmonger in the film. So yeah, CJ's like, I'm with Erica. It's okay if you don't freaking care. But it's my show and I do. Yeah. So it's my show and it's my show and I do.
Well,
but
I just see it as a normie, I just see it and I'm like, oh, okay, another celebrity got another star. Okay. That's as far as it goes for me. I don't have any of all that context that you do.
Which I can completely get it. You know, like there's some, you know, video games that are out there just like, I don't freaking care about that. Doesn't interest me whatsoever. But in the world of pop culture and all of that, and especially considering how Chadwick Boseman passed away, quite striking. Okay. So in this case, most stars in the Hollywood Walk of Fame, I don't freaking give a crap about.
But in this case,
William Shatner's.
It was,
yeah. But in this case, I do.
Famously there for him, he can't accept it. So it's, you know, that's cool that they're doing it and they gave him a nice spot. That I'm happy about.
Okay.
But other than that, I never got excited over things people walk on.
I never thought of it that way, but yeah, they do walk on those stars. Why not
Yeah,
do a wall instead of on
do.
the ground?
Someone's is on the wall, and I forget the name of whose it is because they didn't want it walked on. Was it Muhammad Ali? I forget exactly who it was, but that was exactly exactly the case that they didn't want anybody walking on their star that didn't respect them. But for me, and for a lot of other people, the fact that, and thank you, because Kiss My Grits put it up there. Yes, he hid the fact that he had cancer for years, and he didn't tell anyone until the very last, which I think he told Brian Coogler, and that was it. He was still working out. He was still going to like children's hospitals, like the cancer wards. The kids who were just like, dying of cancer. And he was just like, I have to be strong for them, forget what is, that I'm going through. So a lot of Hollywood celebrities, not for nothing, but most of them are pretty much like not worth wasting your time on or whatever. But I like to highlight the ones who actually do things that actually mean something to other people instead of just, hey, just look at me, look at me, look at me sort of thing. And yes, it was a total and complete shock because you would see pictures of Chadwick and we're like, he's losing weight. Does he have a role or something that he has to lose weight for? Because he did not look like himself. And he kept it completely private. He didn't tell people that he was sick.
We had a friend that did that, and his death was such a shock that even to this day, we're still just like in shock. And it's been like it's been like a year and a half, but like just dropped dead. And to find out from the spouse, they're like, yeah, well, he didn't want to be remembered for his illness. So he hid it from like a lot of people. Kind of sucked.
Yeah.
But I get it. Like, I get it at the same time. It's like, okay, at the same time, that kind of sucked. It's like some preparation would have been.
Yeah.
Like we had just seen him like a month prior at the BX. He seemed fine. Like he did say something a little odd that I didn't catch at the time. Looking back now, I kept telling him, "Oh, we got to get together. I'm so sorry. We never get to see each other." And he goes, "That's okay." He goes, "I ain't going nowhere anytime soon." He's like, "That's up to the man upstairs." And he just kind of walked away, but it was his demeanor, how he said it. But I just kind of dismissed it. And then looking back now, I'm like, that little moment makes more sense now. Yeah.
Yeah.
I get it, but it still sucks. Yeah.
It really, it does. And one more thing that I'll add about Chadwick Boseman. First of all, the first Black Panther movie, the one thing that I remember that Halloween after that movie came out, you saw Black kids, white kids, Latino kids, Asian boys. Black Panther was the most popular Halloween costume next to Darth Vader. And I want to say it's probably the last positive male Disney Marvel character that they've had before they destroyed it with Black Panther 2. And you can go back and see what I have on my channel, how I ripped that to shreds. That was just absolutely ridiculous. But anyway, either way, glad Chadwick has his star on the Hollywood Hawk of Fame. Glad that it's actually outside the Dolby Theater as well. And you're right, Avarice, aging is a privilege, which you don't really think about when you're a little kid and you're like, I want all the cake and I want all the presents.
Oh, I'm as an adult, I still want all the cake.
And
I try to get all the presents, but they frown on me when I run out of the toy store without paying for it.
Oh, that's not good. That's not
To
good.
me, cake is a present.
Who doesn't like cake?
You show up to my house with a cake, you made a friend for life.
Black Panther
What
was a
about
great
Gideon's
movie.
cookies?
Oh yes, Gideon's cookies are
Yes,
delicious.
I have not had one, but I
So,
already know I'm
so
sold.
me and Linda made a stop there today, real quick. We got the sprinkled cookie with the really nice birthday cake filling inside, and I tried the Mexican
What?
cold brew. Oh my
Oh
god!
my god. Y'all
Mexican
are freaking
chocolate cold
killing
brew.
me here.
Which one? Sorry.
Mexican chocolate cold brew.
Yeah, I skipped that.
No, do
I
it
was
next
gonna
time.
get it. Yeah,
Do it.
it'll have to wait for next time because I had already had something from Jock Lindsay's. I'm like, okay, I just want my cookies and my cake, and I'm going to take that and go. That's enough sugar. Enough
Yeah, we got the
sugar.
seasonal cookie. We got the
Mhm.
seasonal cookie that was
Yeah.
stuffed with
Yeah.
birthday cake icing.
Ooh, nice. Yeah, I heard about this Kiss My Grits. I am not considering what he did with Black Panther 2. I am not impressed. But anyway, moving on to something that impressed me in season 1, didn't in season 2. House of the Dragon season 3 is going to be releasing this summer,
Really?
2026 on HBO. Yes. So
Holy cow. What?
where's my freaking dragons? Because you hardly got to see the dragons that much. And season 2 is just like, where's the fighting at? Where's the dragon? Where's the fire and blood? That's what I wanted to see, and I didn't get it. Although I will say, Emma Darcy, her acting kills it between her and Matt Smith. Matt Smith is the reason why I went back and started watching Doctor Who. Just the first two seasons that I watched, and now I'm gonna start watching the ones that he's in. I had zero interest in Doctor Who until I saw his acting in House of the Dragon.
Oh wow,
And I'm
that's
like,
saying a
okay,
lot.
I'll go and check it out because I had no idea, honestly, who Matt Smith was because people were freaking out. I'm like, who the heck is Matt? Is Matt Smith? And I'm like, oh, he was in Doctor Who. I'm like, yeah, okay, whatever. Watched the first episode and I was hooked. Absolutely hooked. Between him and Taddy Considine, amazing. Of course, that was season 1. Season 2, the wheels started to come off the bus. And I'm like, okay, I'm like, if they do not step it up, I am tapping out. So that's why season 3 has a lot riding on it. It's still better than the last 2 seasons of oh my gosh, Game of Thrones. They're freaking awful, but going that way. So hopefully season 3 will be better. I'm still going to watch it. See, that's Matt Smith in the middle right there. Yeah, Daemon Targaryen, petty as hell.
Yeah.
I would love to be an extra in one of those movies just so I can swing a sword at somebody and fall over dead.
The
Well, I know
costume.
him from The Crown. That's how and he did a great job with playing the Duke.
Yeah, I didn't see that until after I saw House of the Dragon because someone did say, maybe it was you or someone else who told me he was in The Crown. I'm like, okay, now I really got to go and watch
I
it.
love The Crown. That was a great show, and they ended it really well, very tactfully. I liked how
Really
they ended
good.
it.
Next to Imelda Staunton's performance, Matt Smith. It's like right up there. Absolutely loved it. Let's see. But yep. So hopefully they will do that well. So we'll see. We shall see. So next up, I was talking about, it's really easy to talk about stuff that's going down the crapper when it comes to pop culture and when it comes to what's in film and the and TV and on streaming and all of that, there are bright spots out there. Sometimes they're not talked about as much, or by the time they do catch on, they hit like a bomb, like say K-pop Demon Hunters, The Crown, stuff like that that comes out. So if you haven't seen this series on Netflix, I highly suggest that you do. The series is called Last Samurai Standing, and according to RogerEbert.com, is one of the best action shows of the year. I would have to agree. It is literally a cross between, I want to say, Ronin and Squid Game.
I'll have to check it out. I didn't hear about it.
It flew under the radar. Like Netflix, of course, they find out what it is that you watch. So they know I watch a lot of martial arts and a lot of Asian films. So they put up the, coming soon, up there. And I'm looking at the trailer. I'm like, oh, okay, click, remind me, about that. This series, I forget which period in Japan it is. It's before Imperial Japan starts, with World War, like with World War I and all that stuff. So the samurai are considered to be relics. They're considered to be not needed. However, because of their particular profession, the government feels that they need to be eliminated. So you see these samurai that they're out there, they can barely survive. The man that you see there to the lower left, there's this cholera epidemic that's in his village, and his daughter dies, his wife is sick, his son is sick, and he's giving up everything. And he tries to sell his sword because that's the last thing that he has. And he's just like, I have to provide for my family. This is all that I have. But then he hears about this contest that's going on that promises all of this money, but you have to be a samurai in order to participate. And when you find out what it is, literally it is Last Samurai Standing. If you remember that scene in Squid Game, the first game that they played, and people thought it was a joke until the bullets started flying.
Yeah.
That is this particular show. The battle scenes are freaking insane. Watch this.
You have sound going, so you know.
That's okay. I can do it for 5 seconds. Yeah.
That's a nice strike.
Wow. And there is the action scenes are nuts. Body parts. There's so much freaking blood in this thing. I think there's more blood in this than there was in Frankenstein, and just how it's shot is freaking gorgeous.
Frankenstein was pretty gory.
This one, I'm like, dang, he's like sliced through this one dude, and I'm just like, he's still standing. Oh no, there's body parts sliced all over the place.
Wow.
Before Netflix grabs me, but yeah, this is really good. Yeah, his nickname was the Manslayer. Absolutely fabulous.
Only way they're going to take him down is about 20 yards away with his back turned to him.
Well, he has a nemesis as well in this, who's also a samurai. And then you find out how he actually got to become a samurai. There's so many storylines that are running through this. I binged it. Like literally, I had to next episode, click. All I did was binge it because I had to find out what the heck happened in it. Because again, like with Godzilla -1, there's a very human story that's in all of this. And you really don't know who's on what side, who's in what. There's so much intrigue that's in it. This is definitely a awesome thing to check out. Great watch. Again, 6 episodes. I want to say about 40 minutes a piece. Definitely check it out this this weekend. It is good. It's absolutely good. So definitely check that out if you are so inclined. If you don't like blood, you may want to skip this one.
I like blood.
But that would be rough. He hates blood. It don't bother me, but he hates it.
But if you like, historical fiction based martial arts films, I grew up watching stuff like this, you will freaking love this. If you like Shogun, I want to say this is edgier. This is way edgier than Shogun.
Okay.
Was. Yeah, Shogun on FX, you can tell. Well, first of all, FX is Disney. Just remind y'all, Disney, Hulu. Yeah. You're not going to get that. This one, they went there. So, blades going everywhere, including flicking the blood off of the blade. Okay. Yeah. All of that. It's flipping awesome. Well, that is one to go check that out. Our next hot topic, really, really quick. Apparently, they're going to make another Stargate series.
I'm kind of hoping they do it good because I'm a Stargate fan.
I am as well. And Joe Malozzi is involved. Joe Malozzi, friend to the channel. Hey, Joe, how you doing? He's also involved.
Welcome, everyone. We have a very special Stargate announcement.
This has been a very hard secret to keep for the last 18 months, but we can announce today that a brand new Stargate series is coming to Prime Video.
Oh my God.
On Prime.
On Prime.
Creators to get to.
Yep. So there's Joe.
So Amazon got the rights. Okay.
Amazon got the rights. Remember, there was a whole thing that was going on with MGM.
Yeah.
That was the deal. So that finally closed because it was rumored that a Stargate series was coming. It was rumored. They couldn't say for sure.
Creators
but
to get to work on the new version.
Brad Wright. So the ones up top, those are the two original guys. They did the original ones, I would say plural.
For everyone, everywhere.
We're going to be able to do things that we could not do in 1997. I strongly feel that the fans will watch this show and say, this is Stargate.
In that 25-year span, their enthusiasm for Stargate has never waned.
The one question
That's very
that I think
true.
so many
I'm
fans
still
are
pissed that they
asking,
dropped the game.
Is this going to be a reboot?
Stargate
It
World.
is not a reboot. It's its own unique chapter in the Stargate universe. So
of course it's going to be different.
Well, hopefully it picks up off of a couple of the other expansions of Stargate. That'd be nice to see.
Mm-hmm.
They have so much they can pull from.
There's an absolute ton of things that they could do. But the great thing about it is, unlike with Kurtzman Trek, y'all know I'm going to start my head spinning and spitting at the same time. At least with Stargate, you have Brad Wright and you have Joe Malozzi, and I've met both of them. I've been to the Stargate sets. I've actually been to the Stargate set like about 3 times where I've been there and listened to how they put together, the stories and everything. These are the two guys. So if you want to say that there's an equivalent of, let's say, George R.R. Martin, he will never finish The Wind's a Winner, ever. But anyway, you have the original guys on this. So it'll be interesting to see what's going to happen. And for folks saying that, oh, it's on Prime, it's going to suck. No. Reacher didn't suck. The Terminal List didn't suck. Here's the thing that you have to remember about these streaming services. There's the stuff that Amazon has directly their hands in. Jeff Bezos does. That's why Rings of Power sucked, because that's a passion project for him, so he can throw as much money at that as he wants. But when you have other distributors like, say, Skydance, and other, I'll say other production companies, where Amazon is just the platform to distribute. They have no say in what it is that you're
All they're going to
working
do is at
on.
least have a good rating on it, so it's not going to be watered down.
Yep. And that's about it. So you have to understand the difference between the two, because it's very easy to take one example or two. We'll go with Rings of Power because that's the worst offender of all. Amazon directly has their hands on that. Terminal List, guess what? They didn't. That was Skydance, which was freaking awesome. I love the Terminal List. I hear doggies. I hear doggies. So yeah, should be kind of cool. I will keep everyone apprised of this. I'll have to send Joe my congratulations. Joe, I'm sorry I had to picture with your eyes closed. But yeah, although you had to have the one douche there who basically says, please cast a person of color in the lead role. All I ask, someone looking for
that
clout.
too.
Yeah, it's
I'm
gotta
like,
love the
what are you
botch on
doing?
X. Here's the thing, and this is why I had to poke back, because you know me. You know me. I'm like, everyone is a person of color. Okay, get out of here with that nonsense.
That is true.
What do you want? Do you want Kurtzman track with Mikey Spot? I refuse to freaking watch that nonsense. It's disgusting. But anyway, yeah. So I am excited about it. I'm going to keep my eye on it. Yep, Ida Rodriguez. I hope this succeeds. I really do. This is something that I've got years of just being in the fandom, watching the episodes. It's never like a bad watch. Even Stargate Atlantis, I actually like that.
I actually liked Atlantis a lot. Sorry about that. Had a Kroger delivery show up. And I said, don't ring doorbell, but they rang the doorbell.
Mm-hmm. Oh. Figures. The dogs get all excited and they get all
those
happy. They do. But that will conclude the hot topics. I hope you guys are all up to date. And thanks so much for 85 of you guys watching us there on all the socials. We surely do appreciate that. Let's rip the Band-Aid off, shall we? Coming to us from Deadline, why the Running Man fell down at the box office with a 28 million global opening.
I want to see it just to compare it, but I don't want to see it because I don't want that stuck in my head. It's that thing. It's that battle inside my brain. Do you? Don't you? Me.
Which I get it. Which I do. I totally get it. Although I have to laugh because Tony, you know exactly why this film fell down.
There's no get to the chopper.
Yeah, I understand you have to write this. You know, I understand that you have to write the headlines. You have to remember the likes of Deadline and the Wrap and the Hollywood Reporter and Variety. They are not writing for us. Okay, they are writing for folks who are in the industry. That's who they're writing for. So of course we'll look at this and laugh like, well, we know why it flopped. In the industry, it's basically like, okay, who do we point the thumb at or the finger at for screwing up with the marketing budget? But you know what? Yet again, and this is a repeat thing, Hollywood does not like to take risks the way that they used to. You know, there was a time when Hollywood would take risks on movies. I mean, I bring it back up, you know, the Coke and Hookers era of Hollywood. Okay. When they just came, some stuff, you know, it went great. Some stuff didn't, but you had original things that were just coming out. Do you remember there were years or summers where there were movies that was like one banger after another in the summer? And you're just like, I do not have all the money to spend.
Work a lot of extra jobs back then to go see those movies.
Mm-hmm. Or know a friend who worked at a movie theater who could, who could get you in.
I'm not going to say something about knowing how the doors lock or unlock, or maybe back then.
Yeah, I knew that.
Hey, I'm wearing the shirt. Just saying.
I see you. I see you. Yeah. I mean, I do the same thing. Yeah, he couldn't. And this is exactly it. And Kiss My Grits hit the nail on the head with this. As much as I love Glenn Powell, as much as I want him to be cast as Sonny Crockett in the Miami Vice remake, as much as I love him in Twisters, no one asked for this remake. And even if they were going to do this remake before, they did it anyway, it doesn't have the 80s flash, the 80s overconsumption, the 80s, it's all about the show. You didn't even have Richard Dawson, okay?
I was thinking about that.
Him.
His role in that was freaking amazing.
You have we did a watch party for the Running Man on my channel. Richard Dawson, okay, first of all, he was already infamous for Family Feud. Go back and watch videos on YouTube about Richard Dawson, basically swapping spit with any woman he was on. Oh yeah, that's what he would do. It's like, I want to get on Family Feud so I can kiss Richard Dawson, and he did not turn any of them down. For real. He did. Wow. He was like that. But he had that game show host attitude, because that was the crux of the Running Man. It was a game show. It was a dangerous as hell game show, but it was a show. And he was running it. And if you don't have that and that 80s atmosphere, it falls flat.
I see.
Charles has an interesting thing. They could have got Samuel Jackson to play that. I could just picture, mother, come on down, mother. I'm just saying. That would be
it would, because he has the charisma, which you have to have, because the person, the game show host of the Running Man show, he runs everything. Makes you think somebody's dead, makes you think somebody's not worth it, makes you, root for somebody that, they're probably going to die anyway, but, for a moment there, they had potential, But I saw the trailer and I was just like, it doesn't grab you. And it didn't grab anybody else. I mean, I had high hopes for it, but like with you, Tom, it's like I want to see it, but I don't want my memories.
Once it comes out on streaming, if I'm really bored and there's nothing else to do, listen, I'd rather see this than either one of the Wicked movies. Just saying.
Like I said, I'm going to have to watch the new Sisu movie to wipe my brain after going to see Wicked for good. But it may be good as an MST3K type of, roasting it when you see it. But
it might still be better than the Cats movie.
Oh,
just ask poor Pro about that.
That's a really low bar.
I
refuse to watch the.
It could be better than the Acolyte series.
Oh God, anything is freaking better than that. Ugh. And here's the other thing, okay? And Clownfish TV nailed this because Geeky went off, and I did too. How long are y'all going to keep blaming COVID?
For the next 10 years?
Post-strike, who the heck cares about that? Post-COVID, no. There were movies that still made money during COVID. I think Joker was during COVID. What else was during COVID that was like a real banger? There were several movies that came out during COVID. I kind of wiped my brain about it because it was such a long time ago.
I think they were finished before it actually hit, is what it was, and they just released it.
Okay. But it's not post-COVID. It's, one, is your movie good enough? Two, is your trailer slick enough? Because here's the other thing. Thank you, Aber's Carmageddon, Demon Slayer Mugen Train. Absolutely, 100%. That movie made so much money that I think it was only supposed to be a limited run in the US. I think for like a week or 2 weeks or so, but it made so much money. And like, I missed it the first time it came out. So I was glad it came back out because it made so much freaking money because people wanted to see it. It was something that was new. It was something that was different. It was freaking anime. There's tons of anime fans, in the US. And you had a great story, but Hollywood likes to blame COVID because most of the stuff y'all are putting out, nobody's beating a path to go see it.
It's just a convenient argument, and they're going to drag that excuse out as long as they can. Because, why not? They need a
All I
scapegoat.
know is this picture right here of him.
Yeah.
I don't know if I just can't say I know it's too gross.
Oh yeah, please don't. Put this next to let's say what Arnold Schwarzenegger looked like in The Running Man. Like, for example, that's what Arnold looked like in The Running Man. Compare that with this. Which movie would you rather see?
That's really bad.
Dude with dirt on his face or muscle-bound Arnold in a onesie? What the hell?
I got no dog in that fight right now. I'm not really.
He looks like a plum. He's got a plum face.
Mm-hmm. This looks like he just came out of the sewer.
It looks like he just took a crap.
That too. He looks like
Did you smell what I left in there?
Oh God, don't go in there for like 20, 30 minutes.
2 hours.
It was so bad, I got soot on my face. I made the walls bleed.
This is just we know why. And again, this is yet the disconnect that Hollywood has. No Sub-Zero in A Dan's Life at the Kingdom. Not at all. And dang, that scene was dope. It was so dope. Oh my gosh, that was again. Go watch the original Running Man. Honestly, it's on. I don't know what streaming service it's on, or you should have that sucker on physical media because that's a good time. That's a good time.
I got a release of it on DVD someplace.
Mm-hmm. Is there a 4K version?
I don't know.
But
I gotta check what I have on my Plex.
Okay. Because I would love a 4K, because I have a 4K DVD player and I'm like slowly getting my library together, but I would love that. I would absolutely love to have that in there. But yeah, not surprised. If we look at the numbers, Now You See Me, which I've never seen, but I've heard
Now
a
you see
lot.
me, now you don't.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of chatter,
So it's like
about
this?
it. Was
Like
it what?
this?
Yeah, kind of like that. But yeah, that made money. Predator Badlands, which I still have not seen. I'm waiting for that to come out on streaming.
I've been checking a certain place to see that.
Now Prey was on Hulu, and actually that was quite good. You had people whining, boning, bitching, and complaining that it was woke, but it was the furthest thing from it. And Disney didn't market it very well, which should have told you it was actually pretty good. But Predator Badlands, I saw what the Predator looked like. It didn't look like
a weak Klingon.
First movie.
A crappy Klingon looked tougher.
It was the worst. It was the absolute worst, which ticks me off again as someone who loves special effects makeup. Any of like the Predator, the prosthetics and the makeup they used for the Predator was just freaking amazing.
My favorite line from the Predator stuff: "You one ugly mother." Sorry, love that line.
And then didn't he copy it back?
Yes, he said it to him. Yeah.
The Predator is supposed to look like a cross between, the creature from the Black Lagoon and a Rastafarian. Yes, that's exactly what the special effects folks said when they came up with the design for the Predator. So Badlands, I mean, it's making money from what I hear, but I'm not interested.
Regretting You should be on top of the list just so it could say all the bad movies.
Down the bottom. I have no idea what Regretting You is. I do want to see the Black Phone too, but because it's a sequel, I didn't want to see it in the theater. So I'm going to wait till it comes out on Peacock. Although the original Black Phone movie, that was good. It was like PG-13 horror. You remember back in the day when you were scared to death that some dude was going to jump out of a van and kidnap you and you would wind up on the back of a milk carton?
Yep.
That's basically the Black Phone. And it's really good. It's not bloody. It's more of a thriller than anything else. But, imagine you're a kid. You hear about some dude called the Grabber who drives a black van and jumps out and just
sounds like a creeper from freaking New York City during the 70s.
Yeah. And your friends are missing. And guess what? You wind up getting kidnapped by this dude. It's really good. I had to watch it twice because there was so much that was hidden in plain sight that I didn't get the first watch. I'm like, oh shoot, it was in front of my face the whole time. Sometimes those are some of the best movies. But yeah, the Black Phone, that's Blumhouse. They purposely have a really small budget. They don't use a lot of they hardly use any A-list stars at all. Actually, Ethan Hawke is the most famously known actor that's in it, and he does a killer job as the Grabber. Honestly, he freaking scared me to death. It was so scary. But anyway, and it's a period piece because it's set in like the late 70s. Everything. So that even makes it like even creepier, even like how it's shot and everything. Yeah. Anyway, really cool. The first Black Phone. And yeah, that was Black Phone storytelling. Mind scary thriller sticks you in a room with a phone, and you're getting calls from all the kids who died by hands of the Grabber. Really creepy. Really creepy. So I heard the Black Phone 2 was good, but I'm going to wait for that to come out and streaming before I see it. But it's made quite a tidy sum of money. Blumhouse films always wind up making money. I think the budget was like what, 20 million or something like that. They purposely keep it low. Of course, a Chainsaw Man, which I still haven't seen yet. Dang it. 41 million.
Always Tron Ares is still on there.
Yeah, 72. Yeah. Wicked got re-released. Good. See, this is what I'm talking about. I can't stand it.
Poor Marvin said he had to go sit through a double header.
That's his fault. There's no way.
I would love. I should binge watch a stream as we're doing this. He's probably crying. Poor guy.
I would not do that. I would not. You couldn't get me to do that. Not at all.
Demon Slayer's still there.
Yeah, Demon Slayer's still there. Infinity Castle.
Yep.
That sucker made.
Look at that price, man.
So much.
How much
money.
it's made.
Look at this.
Go to that. And what's the 474? Wicked is 474. But is that from its first run and this run?
That's from its first run because Wicked for Good is not out yet.
Okay. So take Wicked out of there. What's the highest one total?
Highest one. Okay, let's not count the Back to the
Future re-release.
Re-release. Let's see. I want to say
It's kicking everybody's ass.
Let's see. Black Phone 2 was 74 million. Wait a minute. Nope. Infinity Castle. Because Infinity Castle was the highest grossing anime film worldwide of all time.
That's scary when you think about it from the other filmers, all these other companies looking at an anime kicking their ass like this.
That's why they all went in on it. That's why they all went in on it. That's why, the only thing that's in the quote unquote Disney Star Wars era that is actually worth watching is the Visions anime series.
Yep.
And they've got 3 seasons. And there's a reason for that. It actually freaking feels like old school Star Wars, most of them. Anyway, everybody's jumping on an anime train because they know it makes money. That people want to see it. Even the live action versions of, I'll say One Piece, because I freaking love One Piece. They are doing that right. Season 1, season 2 is going to air next year. Season 3, I think they just started filming that because Zolo Maradorena, who was Miguel in Cobra Kai, he's in it. In season
Interesting.
3.
Oh, wow.
He's in it in season 3. But yet again, the person who wrote the manga is guiding all that. So they didn't pull a Cowboy Bebop where Netflix thought they knew better than the dude who actually did the anime. Oh my gosh. I'm like, come on. Really? Yet, hey, Paulie, another thing about Zolo Maradorena, which I wanted to mention. And you know what, Tom? You probably watched this. Sakamoto Days?
Yeah.
The dude who's got the bird and he's a sniper.
Yeah.
Zolo Maradorena does his voice.
No shit. I thought I recognized it from someplace.
I did too. I'm like, why do I know this dude's voice? The voice, his mannerisms, all that. He's in that too. So Zolo has a really, really good future in doing English voiceovers for anime because he just gets it. He's probably an anime fan actually because he's so into it. He's so into it. So yeah, he's gonna do really, really good. Good seeing you, Paulie. Gotta go check out Paulie's channel. I gotta get you back on the show sometime soon, my dear. And hopefully I can drop in on your channel soon. Oda needs to slow down. He's very unhealthy and needs to finish the manga. Good luck with that. Because with some of these guys, when they get into they're like, what? I'll rest when I'm dead. It's like they have to, it's just like how it is. They just have to get it out. They just have to get it out. He's got 3 movies in the books coming out. Nice. I suck with names. I totally suck with names. I don't even remember.
I don't even know who the hell I am half the time. What are you talking about?
I told people at work, I was like, I'm really bad with names.
Okay. I'm bad with names and faces. It don't matter.
But if you put a piece of cake in front of her, she'll remember you forever.
Oh, hello. Yes. Yeah, I will actually. There you go.
Like you're the cake lady. So yeah, if this comes out on streaming, I might watch it just to roast it, considering The Running Man is one of my favorite 80s movies of all freaking time. It's just even the bit parts, too much fun. But
Between that for me and oh crap, the one with not Predator. It'll come to me. I just had a brain fart on the name of the movie, but it's basically it has Stallone in it, and he gets fined for saying curse words, and he wipes his ass with it instead of
Demolition Man.
That's it.
Oh, Demolition Man. Yeah.
3 shells.
You were fine. 3
Call
credits,
it-
and he keeps swearing at the thing.
I call it the Taco Bell movie.
Yes.
Yes,
In
Taco
the
Bell Wars. I
future.
laughed my ass off with that.
In the future, all restaurants will be
Gets
Taco
me every
Bell.
time I burn
He's like, man, all I want to do is knit. Gotta watch Demolition Man. Oh crap. That movie was so darn good. Well, first of all, 103 of you guys watching between all of our socials, my channel, Tom's channel, Erica's channel. Thank you guys so very much for being here. Make sure you hit that like button. Yes, it was Kiss My Credits. We didn't think so at the time, but it's turning out to be
Such a great
true.
movie.
It is. Well, speaking of a movie, which let's just rip the Band-Aid off. Moana fans are all asking the same question after live action trailer drops. So for folks who do not know, yeah, they dropped the trailer. Usually
Okay,
Disney
the AI looks. Yeah. It's live action. There's a lot of AI in it.
There's a lot of well, let's put it this way. There's a lot of CGI that's in this stuff. Which used well because, well, not that it's a live action, but they did it anyway. Good CGI. You know how CGI, CGI is good? When you can't tell the difference between where the CGI starts and the practical effect starts. And the Dune movies are an awesome example of that. You couldn't tell. But when they lean on it all the time, you get stuff like this. Now, this is supposed to be coming to theaters July 10th, 2026, obviously in the summer. But here's the thing. The animated feature came out in
almost 10 years ago?
Yeah.
Was it 2016?
Yeah, it was not that long ago.
No,
So
it wasn't.
why are you going to make a live action remake? Well, actually, I know the answer to that.
They need to make money.
They need to make money. And I should have had this up here before. If you look at the Nielsen streaming ratings, let's see. I didn't watch that one. Perfect Neighbor was crazy. There's K-pop Demon Hunters. Let's see. What I'm trying to find. Original. Okay, movies. This is what I want is the movies. But at one point in time, the animated Moana film was the only thing from Disney that Disney owned, okay? Because Bluey was always at the top, and Disney does not own Bluey, okay?
Yep.
But the Moana movie was constantly in the top 10 for films. That was the only thing that was actually making money for Disney Animation, which is why they made a Moana 2, which should have still. Oh God, did you guys ever see the review I did of it?
No.
Why that movie pissed me off so much?
Yes, I did. I remember that. And
yeah, saw that.
When you back onto the video, when people are stopping the video and looking at the CGI, which is basically still AI, it's the same crap. People don't realize it.
Yep.
It's still computer generated images. Okay, I did this crap that's behind me real simple with the actual faces of my dogs. I don't have that type of budget. There's no excuse for Disney to pull the crap they just did.
Yeah.
I wish it did go straight to DVD, CJ. But guess what? They're gonna put that sucker in the theaters, and you want to know why? Let's see. They built that god awful tower that jacked up all the sight lines in the Magic Kingdom resort area, the big Polynesian Hojo's looking tower. So now it doesn't look like, a South Seas island. It looks like Waikiki now. Okay. So you've got that. That's all Moana themed. Okay. All of that. They've got the journey of water over in Epcot that really, really stinks when the bacteria gets
That's just a smell effect. That's a smell effect.
Yeah. They can keep that smell effect because I smelled it.
Makes you feel included in that turd ball that leads you in an animal kingdom.
That's disgusting.
It's not the Florida, hot fart smell water. We know that. We know that smell. Okay. That's just what happens naturally because we got, high water table and limestone, chemical effect there.
Oh God, that limestone. Rotten eggs now.
But this smelled like a science experiment in the refrigerator. And those people leave their stuff in the refrigerator and starts growing penicillin on it. Yeah. Yeah. Journey of water. Exactly. 107. I did that. I took you guys through there on a live stream once. I'm like, yeah, this is what it is. It's a journey of freaking water. But that's basically it. That's what they did. So they come out with this movie. Okay, live action, which they call it. Again, no one asked for it. No one asked for this movie. And we're all just like, why are you putting this movie out when Moana 2 wasn't that long ago and the original one was barely 10 years ago? And the original animated one was actually very, very good. I liked that one. Again, Moana 2 sucked. You can't tell me that in the South Sea is where all the boats from the other islands come together, that there's one boat where, you meet them and they look like they came from Jamaica. That does not track. Okay. Don't track.
Who would have ever thought that we would be living in an era where the Walt Disney Company can't seem to figure out ways to make money? Of all companies, Disney. It's just like astounding to me.
Shit rolls down from the top.
Well, I get that, but geez, I mean, golly.
I think a couple things are going on. A couple things are going on here. Because number one, what you have to remember, and it all goes back actually to Walt's original plan for Walt Disney World. He's telling Walt basically, telling Roy basically in a nutshell, guess what? We're going to build this new park in Florida. We're going to learn all the lessons from Disneyland, and guess what? We're going to build it there. And Roy basically said, where the heck are you going to get the money for that? And Walt's like, I don't know. That's your problem. You have to get us the money. So they came up with the show called The Wonderful World of Disney. The parks eventually wound up feeding in to the entertainment. If you look at all of the earnings reports that come out, the parks are the ones that are funneling the money to entertainment. Now, On the opposite end, where you have Universal, Comcast has their hands in all kinds of different pies. The theme parks are just an offshoot of it. It's not the whole thing. But when it comes to Disney, the parks are feeding the films, and the films are burning through money right now. So you have that. You also have the fact of, remember, Disney laid off a lot of people.
Oh yeah.
You know that? In COVID, they laid off a lot of people. A lot of them found out through email that they got laid off.
My family was one of those people.
Got laid off, but you know what? CFO, Iger, the rest of them, they still got their bonus checks, right? They laid those people off. Not only did they lay people off, but then they wound up pushing people out, like Tony Baxter, Joe Rody.
They saw a shit show coming and said, I'm out. Like, I don't want no part of this.
Basically.
And brain drain, where people just felt like we cannot be creative here. How many stories have you seen with that? They pushed out John Lasseter, and a lot of people left when John Lasseter left. And John Lasseter was the last closest thing to Walt Disney, pretty much, that you had. And everything he pretty much touched. Yeah, there were a couple of misfires, but we could kind of forgive that. But for the most part, Pixar was making so much freaking money that's why Bob Iger wanted to buy it. Was it Iger or was it Eisner? No, I think it was Eisner.
Well, Lord forbid you revere Walt, a little too much. Then it's a threat to Iger, and then he's got to figure out a way to get rid of you and get you out of his way.
Yeah.
And have you heard how much have you seen how much they're paying the voice actors for Frozen 3?
I sure did, Erica.
Girl, there's the reason why their movies are so daggum expensive.
Would you like
60 million a piece?
Million.
60. I'm like, but they can put out a horror movie, some other company for 50 million. I'm like, you guys have a serious problem.
How much are they
paying the actors?
60 million each. To put this in perspective, Robert Downey Jr. got paid $90 million to be in Avengers Doomsday.
That is ridiculous. I'm sorry. Like it.
No. You are 100% right.
My gosh, that is what a waste of money. So do these actors are they just that conceited and they're that demanding, or I get it's an ecosystem that pretty much swallows itself in that way. So you got both sides that are probably guilty in that regard. But dang, like people, it's math, not magic. Like, come on. My God.
If somebody wanted to pay me $60 million to voice an animated character, I'd take that paycheck.
I'd do it for $1 million.
I would totally take that. But here's the thing. It's like Kristen Bell, Idina Menzel, which I will say I had the pleasure of. They were the best thing that was in Wicked when I had to go see it on Broadway, because they're freaking amazing. Josh Gad, I could care less about, frankly. He's just an annoying little turd, and bad enough he's working on the Spaceballs sequel, which
is that actually happening?
It is happening, girl.
Oh,
it is happening.
Good grief. I am not looking forward to that.
I'm not either.
You're not gonna replace John Candy in that. I'm sorry. Nope.
I don't think they're going to let Mel Brooks be Mel Brooks, and that's the problem.
But the problem is Mel Brooks still Mel Brooks.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah.
That's my question.
I mean, look at History of the World Part 2.
I love that. Or how about Dr. Strangelove? I learned to stop running and love the bomb.
It was just actually freaking mess. But yeah, this is what they're doing. I don't know if they're locking them into contracts like this for a different purpose. I have no idea, but I do know $60 million. $60 million for sequels of movies that nobody wants. Frozen 2, not good at all. Not
No,
good at all. Frozen,
it didn't
I
hold.
gave
Yep.
I gave that one a little leeway, but still, I read the original Brothers Grimm story, and it's Disney, so we're not going to get the we're not going to get to try to kill your sister part. You're not going to get that, but for the most part, the first one, it was okay. The second one, oh my gosh, it was a freaking garbage fire. It was an absolute garbage fire. So you mean to tell me you think people are going to see the third one and the fourth one? What's going to happen, I think, eventually, and it's really going to break down to who winds up taking over as CEO of Disney.
Yep.
Because right now it's like they're just throwing money at stuff to see what sticks, and there isn't a concrete vision. Again, say what you want to about Michael Eisner, but he let Imagineering be Imagineering and backed Imagineering up. The Eisner era, everything freaking printed money. It's just like, yeah, our stuff's expensive, well, kind of pricey here at Walt Disney World, but guess what? You can come here, and these are all the additional benefits that you get if you stay here. 90s Disney Channel, 2000, that stuff was on point. Why do you think that if you do anything from the Disney Channel from the 90s, it makes money? That's why they're hauling out Max. That's why they haul out Powerline. That's why they're doing Phineas and Ferb again. I think that just started. That's just started airing.
The series.
Yeah, they brought the original guys back. Dan Povenmire, and I forget the other guy. Yeah, brought them back to bring
I
back
hope they don't screw
Phineas
it
and
up.
Ferb.
I liked Phineas and Ferb. I also liked Kim Possible. That was a good series too.
Kim Possible was good. That was Disney TV. I didn't mind getting forced to watch because they would drop in jokes, from like stuff that we would remember back in that, back in the day. They dropped that in there, and it was fun. Even like Bear in the Big Blue House, which was pretty hilarious, especially the potty
My
training
older
episode.
son. Yep, my older son loved Bear in the Big Blue House, but I mean, it was a new show in like 1999 when he was born.
Yeah. Then I think the Henson Company was behind that one.
Yep,
but
they were Henson puppets.
Got rid of that, and now I don't even know what the heck is on. None of it is memorable.
Oh, I don't
at
trust
all.
anything post Good Luck Charlie. That's when it started.
Yes, it sure did.
Once Good Luck Charlie, and it was like one of the later seasons too, where they really were testing the waters on the whole LGBT stuff, and then from that point on, they really just kept pushing the envelope more and more and more, and here we are.
They did.
But yeah,
did.
anything from Good Luck Charlie and forward, I wouldn't put my kid in front of.
I don't, because I would tell my sister, nope, don't watch this. Nope, don't let the kids watch this. You can let them watch Bluey. Again, Disney doesn't own Bluey.
Yeah, it's not Disney.
And that franchise freaking prints money. Have you ever tried to find a Bluey toy near Christmas? Good luck.
No. Because I'd rather buy my nieces and nephews other things other than just Bluey.
Don't you want something
I'm like
else?
that auntie.
Paw Patrol, but that's another one you gotta fight for. Especially the the pink dog, Sky. She's so cute. That's fun. I mean, Paw Patrol. Kids will watch that. What's on Disney? No, they're not watching. They're not watching that. But like I said, I really think what it's going to boil down to is that the CEO they've got to replace the CEO. And not just, I don't know who would want the job, but you would have to literally bring someone in there who is just like, bleep your feelings. I'm sick of this. We need to bring the company back to the way that I remember when Walt was around. That's the kind of person that you have to bring in who was literally bleep your feelings. I'm making money.
Dude, in order for that to happen,
who's left to do that?
No one.
You'd be surprised. Oh, I would not say that. I would say that there is.
Well, John Lasseter, but then we're going to bring him back on board.
No, here's a reason why I say that. When your CJ says I would give it to me,
I'm talking in
you don't
Disney.
want to
That
know
would
what
be
I would do.
who would be able to do that. You know, in general, in their sphere, who they're looking at, who's going to do it? Unless they come in with a hostile takeover, it's not going to happen.
Actually, here's the thing. When you're talking about a CEO of a creative company, there are CEOs of creative companies that are out there, and some that are creative adjacent as well. What it boils down to is what the executive search is going to be, because there can be people who can do the job, but they're just like, no, I don't think they're going to fit. I don't think they're going to fit here. That's how it works. It's a small pool, but it's not like they won't get qualified candidates. They'll get ones that they want to disqualify because it's like, I don't think they're going to work better with this. I don't think they're going to work with this person. I don't think they're going to work with this person. I don't think they'll work out great with this person. You know, that's how it's going to work. So it doesn't have anything to necessarily do with a hostile takeover, so to speak, but more with who they're actually going to pick for that job. Because there are people who want it. Thing is, do they want to give it to them?
Yeah, they want to make sure that person is in line with, Iger's bullshit.
He's just been sitting
They
around.
don't want me CEO. You don't want. I would sell off so much shit just to cut all the non-Disney shit. Get rid of the Fox. Get rid of Star Wars. Get rid of Marvel. Get rid of sports.
There's one problem
ESPN.
with
That there alone will pay the bills. You
There's
sell
one problem with
ESPN.
that. With what they did to all these franchises, who the F's going to buy it?
Oh, you'd be surprised.
Well, here's the thing.
That would want to fix it, turn it around, let it be somebody else's problem. But I got bills to pay. Got how many billions of dollars in debt? Can't even tend to my parks that pay the bills. The box office has gone to absolute shit. I mean, at the end of the day, you got to clean up your household finances. Go back to being creative and sell the shit that you did not create. What the hell does Star Wars and Marvel and ESPN and all that shit and Fox have anything to do with effing Mickey Mouse and Tinkerbell? I'm sorry, but I am a purist when it comes to Disney.
It doesn't, but you know what? Here's the thing, because I say this on the Dark Council all the time. Because they're just like, well, why don't they just sell Star Wars? You ever date that one guy who has the attitude of, if I can't have you, nobody can?
Oh, yeah, I know. They're narcissists.
No, I can't say I ever dated the guy. No, I can't say that.
Please.
They can't. They won't.
Or better yet, you got that friend. You ever had that one friend in your life that, wants you all to themselves, and they get upset if you start hanging out with other people, and they just start being a pain in your ass because they don't want you to be friends with anyone else other than them? That's freaking weird.
You see, with Star Wars, they did so much damage to the brand for what it was. For somebody to buy it from them, what it's valued at now compared to what they bought it, they're still going to sell it at a loss. They still have right. They got to sell with that to their parks.
Then it's a loss. I'm sorry. I
know they won't.
Once Rivers of America went, that's it. That has been and then. Yeah, I'm sorry. I would have like absolutely no mercy. Yeah, I'd be willing to lose money and some reputation because that much fat needs to be trimmed.
Agreed. Wholeheartedly agreed.
And then get the parks back
And
to being what they are, Disney.
They
And
get
you want to
they
talk about
get
overhaul the parks? Don't get me started on what I would do in those parks. You'd get your
they
Fantasyland and then some. You'd get your Splash Mountain back, Rivers of America back. I mean, the list goes on and on and on.
but the problem is, and I want to say, not won't say the problem, but I'll say here's the scenario. You've got, and I believe this wholeheartedly, Tony Baxter and Joe Rohde acolytes who are working for Universal right now. And they're
acolytes. Okay, yeah. Mm-hmm.
They are
Okay.
not.
Yep.
They're just like, nope. You should have had them. Should have had them in the first place. So you've got that situation going on. So there's at least, I want to say, about a decade of attrition that's gonna happen, because right now with Disney parks, okay, first of all, we all know the films. It's just like, y'all just no. You need to get back to what actual filmmaking is that regular freaking folks and their families want to go and see. Universal has figured this out. That's why Illumination, say what you want about those dumb yellow minions, they make $1 billion. Why?
Yeah,
Because
they're funny.
They're funny. That physical comedy will never get old. Kids like, camera girls age now, they grew up watching all of that. They're like
It's the
Shrek.
modern day Looney Tunes.
Mm-hmm. It is, because I
It's the
kid you
same
not.
kind of
in Florida.
style. It's the same type of storytelling as Looney Tunes. You didn't need a lot of dialogue because it was so animated so well in front of you, and it was just slapstick comedy, and yeah, and some of the old Mickey Mouse cartoons were kind of like that too, a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Universal was like, "Oh, why don't we just pull that kind of comedy?" And because kids nowadays aren't really into Looney Tunes or the old, Disney cartoons. Well, well, look at here, we'll just create something new, but essentially the same comedy. And yeah, it actually makes freaking money. It prints money.
Yeah, it prints
Listen,
money.
fart jokes are going to go with fart jokes for kids. It doesn't matter to the end of friggin' time.
It
Yep.
doesn't. It doesn't.
Farts are funny, and if you're raising boys, they're even funnier.
Yeah, like I tell people, you know what, dude, if you can't appreciate
When my nephews
we can't be together.
went visiting and they heard my car fart, it was like the greatest thing since sliced bread.
Fart sew in a roll up to a base gate and just let it rip and see what security forces does.
Avarice. I bought version 1.0. I've got it. I think I have it like packed away.
Oh,
I bought a
geez.
fart gun. Universal could not keep that sucker in stock. That was the best $20 I ever spent. And now they have a deluxe version of the fart gun.
I've been looking for a guitar
Oh,
pedal. It's
I
called
gotta
the fart pedal.
Do I need to ask the obvious?
Yes, it farts when you're playing guitar notes.
Mm-hmm.
And if I narrowed two down, one's in your country, and if I can get it cheap enough, I'm having it sent to your place, and you're going to bring it to me.
And I will do that.
They got a meow pedal and a fart pedal. Just saying.
A
That's
meow,
what they gotta
just
do.
a meow pedal?
Meow
Meow,
pedal.
meow, 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 meow,
Yes.
meow, 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 meow,
Oh,
meow.
speaking of meows, they I think it just recently got announced they're making another Puss in Boots movie.
Oh.
If
Oh, a
you
third
have
one?
not, I think
Fourth.
this will be the
This will be the
fourth
third one, right? Or the fourth?
Fourth
Oh,
one.
geez.
The fourth
Whoa.
one. If you have not seen Puss in Boots: The Last Wish,
Yeah, I saw
you
that one.
did.
I just didn't
That
realize there
was
were two other ones before that one.
Yeah, there were. Yeah, there were. There were two. There were two. I swear, Antonio Banderas has too much fun.
You know, the lines. I would like to see a real unedited bloopers because you got to know they can make a movie out of that.
They could. Eddie Murphy was. Oh, first of all, that's another thing you got to watch. I think it's on Netflix. The Eddie Murphy special. You got to watch that, where he talks about, his voiceover characters when he Mushu, but he mostly talks about when he's your donkey and just like how high energy it was, and how he had to do all that. And it was so funny because Cameron goes like, "That's the guy who does Donkey's voice." I'm like, "Yeah, that's Eddie Murphy."
Yeah, if you would have known him back in the early '80s,
yeah, you know him as the Nutty Professor, Dr. Doolittle family,
the
Eddie
PG
Murphy.
guy.
You know him as Eddie Murphy Raw, okay? Kiss my
that
grits.
you should do a watch party for.
I should. It's so good. It's so darn good. Kiss my grits. Thank you so much for the $9.99 super chat. Let me hit you up, my dear. Thank you so much for the $9.99 super chat, my dear. I sure do appreciate it. Helps keep the lights on the channel and all the stuff that I have on my list for Black Friday to help improve the show. An ad agency exec at the upfronts back in 23 said Disney's biggest problem is they've acquired so many assets and IPs, but had no clue on how to effectively integrate and make them successful. I believe that we were so obsessed with just, grabbing the things, just getting all the things and, and acquiring them. And I want to say, in a way, it started with Pixar. And the reason why they grabbed Pixar was because the Pixar characters were more popular than the Disney characters. Exclusive of Stitch, okay, because that was a one-off. That he was not supposed to be as popular as he was. But
I also think Iger got into this mindset of work smarter, not harder. Like, oh, why should we have to keep reinventing the wheel? We got all this stuff here in front of us that will just print money for us, and it's less work, but it's going to make more money.
And because Iger had the stupid thought that he thought Disney was a tech company. What do you say?
I don't know where the hell he got that idea from. So stupid.
He's a weatherman. He was standing out in the rain too long, got hit with lightning. Who the hell knows?
It's like he doesn't understand. Like if you go back and you listen to anything that John Lasseter talks about, when he talks about Pixar and how they're like, yeah, we have all these great tools. We have computers to do all these graphics. But the most important thing to us is the story.
Yeah.
So it's like in the first Toy Story movie, why that was so freaking popular. It's like all the toys had their own personality. Even, the barrel of monkeys or Rex is like, we're out of monkeys. We have to that's the whole barrel. Stuff like that. Mr. Spell, where, everything goes across, the words go across just like the toy itself. He talked about it and he's just like, it's about the story. It's like these tools are great, but we have to tell a story. Like all these characters, they would have like their own animation group, so to speak, which is why they were all different because, they would talk to each other. The character would need to do like this if they're going to interact with such and such and whatever, which is why those personalities were so different. And that's what he talked about. And that's what I remember as a tech person back in the day. It's like you can have this great tool, but if the story is not there, it won't work. Like with Finding Nemo, yeah, it's cool they're underwater and everything, but what made that movie so popular and repeat watch was you had the story of a father doing everything that he can to find his son. And that's the whole crux of the story. That's there. And people were, they saw the Pixar characters. Oh, we can see him at Disney. Okay, yeah, forget Mickey Mouse. We want to see Woody. We want to see Buzz. We want to see Jesse. We want to see, Mike Wazowski. We want to see, Flick. Bye Flick, because he's gone out of it's tough to be a bug now at the Animal Kingdom.
I guess there was a sense of, oh no, we can't have that. Lassiter worked for us once, and wasn't it he got fired
Lassiter?
The first time around? Mm-hmm. Then he went off and invented Pixar, started making really good money. Then he gets back into the fold of Disney through Pixar, only to get, shit on again.
Yeah, and the thing is, Pixar was actually created by Lucasfilm.
Hey, I have a question. Have any of you ladies watched that Epic Journey yet?
The what?
Not yet. I have it on my list on Peacock. Yeah.
Watch it.
Oh, the Epic, the documentary?
Yes. And we need to definitely talk about it.
I got a bone to pick about that.
Yeah, don't bring it up now. Let Lorena watch it.
Okay. All right. Well, I got a bone to pick. Maybe we can bring it up on Resort Recon, but yeah.
Yeah.
I think we should. Yeah. Give me I haven't had a chance to watch it yet.
Yeah, because there's 3 episodes. They're about an hour each.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you count the damn commercials.
Okay. I'll have to pick that up and watch it. Hey, Magically MJ. Good to see you, my dear.
Hi, MJ.
Good to see you. Yeah. It's like, let's see. Eisner was very loudly opposed to buying Pixar, and that's a big reason the board pushed him out. Yes, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
Because at the time, because if you could buy stock in Pixar and in Disney, they were like separate stock tickets. But the characters from Pixar were so incredibly popular that people were coming to Disney specifically. That's what the characters they wanted to see in the parade. We want to see, the Pixar character, especially Cars. Holy crap. When Cars came out.
Yeah.
Like, they finally figured out what sells to boys, and it worked. I mean,
exactly.
Christian,
and some girls, because Cars,
Yeah, there are some but Christian's obsession as a child. We did 2 Cars birthdays in his lifetime, and they were back to back because that was just his thing. That, like, he'll tell you to this day, that's my childhood.
That between the tie-in with Hot Wheels, those suckers kept selling out.
Girl,
you would have to
he
fight
was obsessed with Hot Wheels.
Walmart
Golly.
to get the Cars Hot Wheels.
I could not buy this kid enough Hot Wheels. It was just like this addiction, but hey,
I'm a full-grown man.
Anything that spun wheels. And what sucks is that a lot of those Hot Wheels, we lost so many of them. It sucks. He had such a collection, but they just kind of got lost over the years. I'm thinking it was friends, kids that came over and just maybe little by little were stealing his little cars.
Nowadays, they look bad. Yeah, there's a Hot Wheels movie that's I think that's coming out that they're going to be working on.
Oh, he's going to want to watch that just because it's nostalgic for him. 22 years old. He still sleeps with his Cars quilt I bought for him at Target back in like 2005, 2006. Yeah.
Cars was a huge franchise. And again, last story, I'll tell this, but because I'm a tech head and a creative, this is why these Pixar stories crack me up. There's a scene in Cars where Sally the Porsche is driving in slow motion in front of that waterfall. Remember that? Like when Lightning McQueen's looking at her and driving across the waterfall. That scene took so much computing power, it crashed all of computers at Pixar.
Oh my God.
Because water is so hard to animate, and it is a gorgeous shot. It is absolutely gorgeous.
Especially at that time frame, water was extremely hard back then. The GPUs couldn't. Yeah, now it's like, look at my dumb backdrop.
Yeah, it's like they can
Those are
do
my
that.
actual dog's heads.
Mhm. But water is
That's
so
crazy.
hard to animate, which is why when they came out with Finding Nemo, I'm like, y'all are gonna do all water? How y'all gonna do that?
Those shaders on that movies were great. You know, when you think, you know, what we have available now compared
Mhm.
to not even 10, 15 years ago. It's just as
Mhm.
crazy with the come on, look that bright white machine that's laying there behind you with that video card. You ain't
Yeah.
even pushing that thing.
Mm-mm. Nope. It is insane. And they were pushing the envelope technologically, but were pushing storytelling as well at the same time. And of course,
Mhm.
Disney is like, yeah, well, yeah, we don't have to do any work on our own characters. We'll just buy Pixar. And they bought Pixar and pushed out John Lasseter since apparently he quote unquote hugged too much, which I think is BS. I don't think that happened really. But yeah, that happened. Then they bought Marvel, pushed out Ike Perlmutter.
Oof.
Okay.
Yep.
With
The
that.
Marvel thing, I was like, oh crap when they did that.
Marvel, and then they bought Star Wars, and I'm still gonna be angry at George Lucas for outright selling Star Wars. I really think you should have just licensed that sucker so he could snatch it back. But he sold it. Iger was a snake oil salesman, and that's what they did with Star Wars. And a dirty little
You
secret that
know
they will not tell you is that anything, for the most part, if it is original trilogy, they can't keep that stuff on the shelves.
Nope, I was at the Springs
Yeah.
today, and most of the stuff
Mhm.
that's original trilogy had people all around it looking at doing stuff. And I seen the helmet for that abomination that was in the the
Oh,
Crapolite.
the what the
Mhm.
Crapolite bad guy helmet. The one that looks like Zipperhead.
Oh, yeah. The,
I'm
the
like,
only the only ones that I've seen that sell, and if you get one, you better hold on to it for dear life. The Darth Vader helmet and the Boba Fett helmet.
and the
Mm.
original Stormtrooper.
Yeah, and yes,
Yep.
and the original Stormtrooper. That stuff sells. But Disney Star Wars, nah, it doesn't sell. But anyway, long story short, yeah, they've got to bring someone in there who's willing to do the hard things, because if not, like you guys already saw, entertainment lost $300 million, which is why they're milking the parks. And you can only
Well,
do that for so
and
long. And they're already running into that now.
it sucks because and we predicted this, even on like that Park Place and Pro where, they're announcing all this $60 billion over the course of like how many, like 10 whatever years. And when you break down the math, it's not really a lot of money. And of course, what when you see what we're getting, it's really just like a refresh, like a
Mhm.
paint job here and there. The new stuff we've gotten or are getting is probably going to be half-assed and thrown together. Then you got this brand new theme park that was built within a matter of like, what was it, 4 5 years? Less than that. It seemed, I swear it seemed less than that.
Which one? Epic?
And then they're just,
Yeah.
It took 10 years,
yeah,
roughly.
Epic. And
Well,
There
they
was
got
plans.
probably some
Yeah, it was
content,
plans. If you talk planning, zoning, but about 10 years. You got
yeah,
to remember, it's just not groundbreaking. There's planning before that.
but for like actual dirt
yeah,
moving,
yeah.
it was, I want to say it was
Yeah,
about
dirt moving. It didn't
4.5,
take them, I
something like
mean, it
that. They
took
did
them a
not.
lot faster than the time it took Disney to build Tron.
Well, you know what? They built the darn Velocicoaster. Okay. Didn't even acknowledge that it was there. We're just like, we see you building it. Why aren't you going to mention? And they're like, oh, yeah, by the way, yeah, we got a new Velocicoaster that's built. Tron still wasn't freaking finished.
SeaWorld's put in coasters faster than Disney's
Yeah.
had.
Mhm.
Yeah.
They
Mhm.
haven't. So, yeah, get used to seeing a whole lot more remakes and stuff coming from the Walt Disney Company, because until they get an actual CEO to replace Iger, wheels just spinning, man.
I've gotten
That's
to
all it's
where
doing.
I've
I'm in a
gotten to
universal
where
person.
I refuse to watch the constant sequels, prequels. I'm tired of the franchising of movies. I'm
Mm-hmm.
not even giving it my money. I'm not giving it any of the no. Like, don't feed the troll, as they say. You know?
I just lost my mind. Went back to Epic. Leave me alone.
Well, let's see what Average Carmageddon says, and this is very, very true. No Gen Z and Gen A touches Disney merch anymore. That's absolutely true. If you ask Camera Girl,
Yep.
she's just like, ever since they gutted the Disney Princess franchise, she completely lost interest. Now she's into, well, I won't say now because it started way back then. They're like into anime and stuff. That's it.
Yep.
That's it. Anime and anything from
Anime and gaming.
Illumination. Yeah.
Whatever games that they're into, it's those characters of what games are playing. I think the one thing that has been tested to be very timeless and true would be Nintendo's characters, like Super Mario
That is true.
Brothers.
Because Super Mario Galaxy movie is coming
That
out, and Shrek
oh
5
ooh,
is supposed to be that's gonna make money. Sorry, not sorry. It's gonna make money. It's got nostalgia behind it too. For the kids who grew up on that, they're gonna go and see it. Yes, and the Zelda movie, which I saw pictures from it. It looks pretty good.
I did not
And
like that game growing up.
really?
The original on
No.
the NES. I couldn't stand it. I don't know.
That's
It
it,
just like
Erica. I can no longer be your friend. I'm out.
I could not get into it. I tried, and
That was
it's
just a
I couldn't
Nolan thing. Just
understand the
throwing
way
it.
the screen left, and the way the characters like toot, 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 toot. I'm like, what is this? Yeah, I could not get into it.
Oh my
Yeah.
god. Let's see. Yeah, actually, this is very true because, and Tom's been to Epic. Dan's Life at the Kingdom has been to Epic. Of course, I've been to Epic. I have my Princess Peach, band. But
I have one of those in the other room that my sister-in-law that we got for her, and she left it here for us to use. I am not wearing that. Linda can go do the jumping. I'll get it.
Does she have this one, or does she have Daisy?
That one.
Oh, okay. Because I got that one. Camera Girl has Daisy, but like we said,
We had
go
heard.
to Epic. Oh, go ahead.
We had heard, I forgot, or maybe it was a prediction that Universal was going to compete with the Disney line through Nintendo and bring out the Nintendo Princess line. And here we are. Now it's coming to fruition. I just find that really fascinating.
Absolutely. If you, when they first opened the Epic Universe Preview Center, Princess Peach merchandise. Matter of fact, I don't have it here. I have like the little headband that's got like the Princess Peach veil and stuff on it. That's the first thing I bought, and I had to, fight some people to get to get to mine. But they have Peach, Daisy, Rosalina. That merchandise flies off, off the shelves. All of that stuff does. And so they're definitely bringing it back, which is so good. How many subs for Tom to wear the Princess Peach? I don't know, man. I don't know, but I had to get one because I just wanted it. But yeah, Disney.
There, I just answered them in chat.
You did? Oh, okay. Well,
it's a high price.
Disney basically torpedoed their Disney Princess line. I mean, once they did that, like, forget it. Boom, we're out. But over at Epic, like all those 3 princesses, I can't wait till they get them all together. And yes, I am totally on team Brie Larson since she is doing the voice of Rosalina. Absolutely.
What
Why is
about
everyone hating on her for doing voice acting? I'm like, what is the big freaking deal? I didn't even watch any of the movies that she's been in. I have no
idiots?
opinion of her, you know?
People
I'm
want
like,
clicks. This is it.
I'm like, if you can read a script and you can bring a character to life, like who gives a shit, you know? Like
Because she said a bunch of stupid shit a couple
personally,
years
out of
back.
It's like everybody says dumb stuff. I liked her in the new what was it? Was it Fast and Furious movie? Yes, I did go see it because I love Vin Diesel, so I had to go see it. But she was actually pretty okay, you know, in that. I didn't have a problem with her. I actually liked her. Yeah, she sure is, and I told her that too. I'm surprised I'm not blocked, but if she blocks me, she probably doesn't want to block me, so she
I
doesn't want
mean,
to
you
get
get the
called racist or
princesses,
was
something.
that
but also Epic.
YouTuber that has
You
that
get the
funny
girls. You got the girls in Burke who are
Yes.
major
Mhm.
draw to people.
Oh yeah. Mm.
Yeah, you do. We do with how to train your dragon. But thank you for bringing that up. We were actually supposed to end like 30 minutes ago, but I got to talking, but you guys are absolutely amazing. Thank you so much for supporting the show. Tom, what do you got going on and where can folks find you, my dear?
Yeah, find me on your show, hanging out on runs, poking around, swinging a wrench. I'm working on some other things. I premiered a little AI dog video with my own music attached to it on my channel the other day. You'll want to check that out and see if you like it. I would take the creative criticism. Just working on stuff like that. As you notice things in the background, I'm playing with things like that. So more to come.
Okay. And folks, make sure
And rocket launches. There should be one tonight.
and rocket launches.
If I get out.
You subscribe to Tom and Erica. Where can people find you, my dear?
Well, if you haven't seen our Halloween video, please do check it out on this year's 2025. And I've been lazy on getting this other video edited because, you know, mentally spaced out with the government shutdown, but then we got paid, caught up on bills, and now Thanksgiving is next. So, and we're back in limbo of when are we leaving? Are we going to get hired? And we're back to kind of like square one to where we were before the shutdown. So, yeah. The channel's just kind of sitting there for now, but I have ideas. Probably after the new year, maybe we'll hopefully be able to start a new chapter and do something, push more with the channel.
Well, folks, you have to make sure you subscribe to Erica. I should have her information. I should have did it earlier. But it's in the description box of this live stream, so you guys can go and hang out at her channel. Definitely do check out her Halloween video. I'm telling you, the girl is gifted. Universal needs to hire her. For real.
No,
I want to hire her
I
to
am not
start
on
a
that
damn
level.
Halloween house.
I would be an apprentice.
I'd hire Erica to come
It would be
decorate a
fun,
house
actually.
and piss off the HOA.
I mean, it's so
I love a challenge.
I would say, especially since I've gone like behind the scenes at Universal to see how they do their haunted houses, you will be surprised how much low tech stuff they have in there that once the lights go out, spooky as hell. I will never forget how they explained this one effect. The what was it? The Haunting of Hill House. Oh my god, that haunted house is so freaking scary. There's this one part where it was freaky and it was so low tech the way they told me how they did it. I'm like, man, because that sucker scared the heck out of me.
Yeah.
Woo!
Halloween like tricks and like props are actually they're very cheap, but they don't have to be very expensive. I will say the industry has gotten pretty nutty. And now you've got companies that have come on scene and they're charging out the freaking butthole for tools to build your own stuff. But at the same time, if you're like me and don't know how to engineer those certain tools from scratch, then you'll gladly spend that money for that tool to help you build. So, I mean, I'm not going to say they don't serve a purpose. And I'm going to be that village idiot one day that's going to walk into a Halloween con and be like, yeah, I'll take that for $3,000.
And I want to sell it to you.
Hey, well, the thing is, as new here, well, welcome. Glad you're here hanging out with us. We love new folks. So welcome. Yeah, he knows it's time for the show then. That's why. That's why. That's why.
I miss having an animal around. Gosh, that face, so freaking cute.
Oh, yes, he's stinking cute. He sleeps all day. I'm trying to work and wakes me up like I need food. Well, as for your girl, let's see, no Spice Lounge next week because it's Thanksgiving here. However, the evening of Thanksgiving, we will be having our Thanksgiving edition of Quiplash. You do not want to miss that show. If you are a channel member, you get first crack at getting on the players panel. It is the absolute craziest party game. I constantly get asked when we're going to have the next one, so I'm going to try to bring that back more often, but definitely we will have Quiplash. It's hilarious.
I promise to read more carefully.
But your responses are perfect.
They are.
Oh, no, one response was like,
where'd you come up with that?
I promise I will understand what I'm reading before I respond.
Well, one of the cool things about Quiplash is whether you're on the panel, you can also join the audience, and the audience does have an effect on the outcome of the game. So it's great. Quiplash is so funny to play along. I'm glad you guys enjoyed that. I wanted to bring that back for the party games. So that'll be on Thursday next week. Of course, there's Resort Recon Live on Saturday. We're going to talk about how the first floor of the Grand Floridian is now effectively a bar.
Oh, I can't wait.
The whole floor is a bar.
Bo Tom is going to rip.
We should. Lorraine, I want to ask you about bringing somebody else on too for that.
Yeah.
He happened to be with us that day.
I am surely hoping he can join us because we're going to need everybody who was there on the panel, because I cannot tell you just how all of us look and was just like, what? Yeah.
I wish I could have been there.
I'll work on my better half to maybe she'll get on without a video and
agree with the cat. Oh, what did you? He's like, okay, time for the show then. Get off. I'll be on the panel with a drink in my hand. Yes, we will talk. We have pictures. We have video.
We got to all be holding something.
Yeah, I saw.
That should be hilarious.
We all got to be holding something because man, it's something else. So we're going to talk about that on Saturday. Sunday, don't forget, channel members at 2:00. We're going to be watching the next 2 episodes of It's Florida, man. So definitely look for that post in my community for the Cosme link to watch that. Sunday at 8 p.m., of course, the Welcome to Florida show. We're going to be talking about the first Thanksgiving, which was actually held in Florida, much to the chagrin of some of my
that makes sense.
Mayflower cousins. I bring that up. They get real salty. They get salty as hell. I bring that up. Oh my gosh, it's so funny. But yes, it is 100% true. Yes, I do have Mayflower ancestry. Although 2 of my ancestors basically said, screw New England. We're moving to Mississippi and we're moving to Waldo, Florida. So we're going to talk about that. that's going to be fun to talk about. So I'm looking forward to doing that. You can see exactly how convoluted that part of my family tree is, which is it's real interesting. So we're going to talk about that. So cannot wait to hang out with you guys some more. So thank you so much for being here. Please make sure you hit that like button. Subscribe to everyone here on the channel. If you're watching this on the replay, hello, the replay crew. Polk County is insane, but they have America's Sheriff, so it's going to be all right. I have heard of Lake County.
Mm-hmm.
How can I put this about Lake
Best
County?
DMV.
Lake County special.
That's a little secret. You can actually walk in and walk out and get your business done in a reasonable amount of time.
Same thing with the one in Volusia used to be that way.
We only count 13 colonies. Well, when the United States bought Florida from Spain in 1821, that's when it popped off. We officially have the title of first Thanksgiving, and we took away from Plymouth when that happened. Folks kind of forget about that, but that's
Were
okay.
they eating pork and black beans and rice instead of turkey?
Let's see. I know the Spaniards were
roasting
eating
them
what
hogs,
they bought,
weren't
so
they?
we had some hard ass chorizo, sausage, beans, red wine.
Yeah, they gotta have their red wine. Jeez, like they don't get enough of that.
But the natives brought the Timucua bought like all the cool stuff like fish and whatnot. So we're gonna talk about that because yes, it was documented. So we're gonna talk about that. You guys are awesome as always. Thank you so much for hanging out with us here on the Spice Lounge. So glad to have you here. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are. And we will see you all next time. Bye.
All right, everyone. Let's tidy things up.
Autobots, start your engines!
Not under the rug.
We'll keep singing without fail, otherwise we'd spoil it.
Ready, Prime? Let's roll.
Hosing down the garbage pail and scrubbing up the toilet. Ooh.
That's all, folks.
You're still here. It's over. Go home.